The Batman franchise has made strong impressions in Hollywood over the years. During this time, the famous costume has been worn by some really good actors, and the fans have grown to love them for their portrayals. But what about the Batman cartoons? Who have been the voices behind Gotham's greatest heroes? Keep watching this video, as I'll be bringing you all 10 Batman voice actors ranked. What you need to know. One of those unique positions where a Hollywood career may be established overnight is Batman. Just take a look at Robert Pattinson. I mean, the man has always been a fantastic actor, as he was excellent in the films like The Lighthouse and Good Time. However, before his standout performance in The Batman, the general public still only knew him as the Twilight Guy. No disrespect to Pattinson, of course, but it is what it is. And while the performers that inhabit the vocal booth are sometimes as shrouded in secrecy as Batman himself, today we're going to shed some light on them. So without further ado, let's take a look at all 10 Batman voice actors. Don't feel bad if you've never heard of them before, because most people haven't. Let's go. Number 10, Benjamin McKenzie. In a pinch, Gotham could use a hero like Benjamin McKenzie, even though there are other, more superior candidates on the list. On paper, the decision to use McKenzie seemed to make sense. Benny became well known in the early 2000s by portraying a rich bad boy on the OC, but the issue was that he had little background in voice acting. As we all know, a film actor has the advantage of having their entire face in the scene, but voice actors simply have their vocal cords in the frame. And because there is no accompanying facial emotion, nuanced performances on screen can come off a little flat in the vocal booth. As a result, Benjamin McKenzie's voice performance as Batman was a touch underwhelming. Number 9, Diedrich Bader. With a hero like Diedrich Bader behind the wheel of the Batmobile, Gotham is sure to do slightly better, but not significantly, if there is at all any. The lighthearted elements of Gotham's crime fighting were supposed to be depicted in Batman, the brave and the bold, but Bader's performance doesn't really capture this. He has the same macho man voice as everyone else. Although it's not a bad choice, some of the other vocal performances on this list are more compelling. Fair enough. Several of these performers worked with some of the best Batman scripts ever written. Although the brave and the bold is adorable, Bader's vocals weren't as good as they should have been. Number 8, William Baldwin. Moving forward, the next Batman voice actor on our list is William Baldwin. At the very least, every 2 weeks Gotham City needs a hero like him. In Crisis on Two Earths, he only ever voiced the role once, but he did an amazing job. He possesses a voice that makes Batman sound solid and in control. Baldwin succeeds in projecting the authority necessary for a solid Batman depiction. Since he performed the job only once, while the other people on the list are veterans, we have no choice but to place him in the number 8 position. Other than that, he is just as good as any other Batman voice actor out there. Number 7, Will Arnett. Gotham City residents were long overdue for a laugh, and Will Arnett was the man to deliver it. The voice actor earns marks for acting in an entirely contrary manner to how everyone anticipates Batman to act. Batman is solemn, reserved, subdued, and in charge. However, Will Arnett was noisy, obnoxious, whining, and silly. To see Batman be foolish for once was a welcome change of pace. To be honest, Will Arnett is really simply performing as his natural self here, rather than actually voice acting. But doing that is what movie stars do, and it works here. Although a brilliant storyline and excellent casting support his performance, we must nevertheless give credit where credit is due. Number 6, Reno Romano. On Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and perhaps even Saturdays, when it's dating night, Gotham needs Reno Romano. He captured Batman's youthful, "I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing" attitude, since his version of the superhero had only been battling crime for 3 years. Romano's portrayal of Batman improved as the series went on, maturing like some vintage fine wine. And as Batman acquired more experience, he became darker and more serious. Number 5, Adam West. The first hero Gotham needed was Adam West. His silly, tremulous voice is incredibly comic book-like and has solidified him as a campy Batman voice actor. It was delightful to hear him reprise his character as an older Bruce Wayne. To be honest, West didn't quite manage to make his voice sound like the young man who appears in the younger Batman. Who cares? There is only one Adam West. list. Never a chore, always a delight. Number 4. Troy Baker. Here come the heavy hitters. And Troy Baker lands the number 4 spot. One of the best voice performers of his generation. Troy Baker performed as Ocelot in Metal Gear, Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and Joel in The Last of Us, with performances deserving of an Oscar. The man has a voice that conveys such gravitas, weary of the world, and grief. It's incredible. It goes without saying that his portrayal of Batman is accurate. Number 3. Bruce Greenwood. Another hero Gotham needs is Bruce Greenwood, and he was specifically created to be that hero. He could play Batman every day of the year, and his vocal performances are simply stunning. His voice has a natural Batman feel, and there is absolutely no indication that he is putting on a voice. One of the best Batman movies ever made, animated or not, helps that he had the script of Under the Red Hood to work with. Number 2. Peter Weller. Up until it grows old and gray, Peter Weller will be the hero that Gotham deserves. And PW portrays exactly that type of Batman. And working on what is arguably the best Batman story ever told affords Weller the luxury. Batman returns to Gotham as an elderly man who is hardly still capable of performing his duties. Every word has a strained, worn-out quality, but there is also an underlying resolve that gives the listener the impression that Batman is prepared to fight until the very end. Number 1. Kevin Conroy. The late Kevin Conroy is the hero Gotham City doesn't deserve because he's too good for them. He's the ultimate Batman. He is revenge. He is the darkness. He is, without a doubt, the best Batman voice actor ever. Although he can add the wit and suaveness that so many other Batman actors lack, his voice is strong, sharp, and commanding. After all, he is a billionaire playboy, and until the bat signal is permanently turned off, Kevin Conroy will always be known as Batman. What is the 2022 Batman about? The world's greatest detective embarks on an investigation into the underworld when a killer uses a series of sadistic plots to target Gotham City's elite. Along the way, he runs into characters like Selina Kyle, the Penguin, Carmine Falcone, and the Riddler. Batman must establish new connections, identify the offender, and deliver justice to the abuse of power and corruption that has long plagued Gotham City as the evidence starts to point closer to home and the scope of the perpetrator's ambitions becomes apparent. Robert Pattinson plays both the reclusive billionaire Bruce Wayne and the vigilante detective Batman in Matt Reeves' film The Batman. Along with Pattinson, the cast also includes Zoe Kravitz as Selina Kyle, Catwoman, Paul Dano as the Riddler, Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon of the GCPD, John Turturro as Carmine Falcone, Peter Sarsgaard as Gotham DA Gil Colson, Jamie Lawson as Villarreal, Alfred, and Colin Farrell as Oswald Oz Cobblepot, also known as the Penguin. Ben Affleck was initially linked to the Batman role. Not only was Ben Affleck slated to play Bruce Wayne in The Batman, but he was also supposed to co-write the script and serve as the film's director. The Oscar winner vowed to continue working on the film as a producer and star, but left his directing obligations in 2017. In an interview with Variety, Affleck said, and I quote, "It has become clear that I cannot do both jobs to the level they require. I have chosen, along with the studio, to seek out a director partner who will work with me on this big production. We are succeeding, and I am still involved." Later, Matt Reeves was introduced as the new director, and Affleck's script underwent a significant revision. Reeves explained to MTV's Happy Sad Confused podcast via THR, "If they want me to get involved, then I have to do it in a way that I feel like I understand, or I won't do a good job. I must comprehend it emotionally." Affleck had finished filming The Batman by January 2019, and Reeves declared he would personally choose Gotham's next Caped Crusader. So guys, which Batman voice actors do you consider the best? You can list your favorites from 10 to 1 in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, kindly like and share it so your friends can watch too. Last but certainly not least, tap the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to keep getting more interesting content like this. See you next time!